first wanted me to ask about some of the strong pitching. Dan, Alex, talk a little bit about just the whole pitching staff as the league season getting ready to start.
Yeah, sure. Dan Weigel has obviously been a very positive force. His first 4 starts were very quality starts, able to have good command, keep the ball down, and really competed well for a sophomore. And we responded by, I think, playing pretty well behind him and scored him a lot of runs. Alex Sillo has obviously been a very, very positive start for us this year. He's, with the exception of his first outing, has been pretty much lights out and is throwing the ball very well. We need we've been a little concerned about Ryan Emner getting off to a slow start, but showed a lot more promise in his last start down in Florida, and we're hoping that he's back on track. He'll be a key force to be able to take ourselves into the league play. And then we've had a real strong outing from Russ Seidel his last 2 times out, and a lot of potential there of guys that that we have to choose from. We have Danny Goldstein and freshman Bryson Ho, who are going to be starting this weekend series for us. So looking forward to see how they do with that.
Question number 2, talk about the offense some. Obviously, a lot of guys have contributed, particularly Bob Donato, Dave Duffett. Basically, what have they been doing right so far?
Well, they're both hitting over 400 right now, so they've been doing a lot of good things right. I think in Bobby's case, he's always had the potential to be an outstanding hitter. In the first 3 years, he's kind of been a little bit of a streaky hitter. He's gone into periods where he's struggled, and as a senior, I think he's matured and kind of evened those things out, so that he's just consistently doing what he's capable of doing. Hits the ball with power, and is also a good contact hitter. And David Duffett has just been consistent. He's hitting the ball well. He's seeing it well. He's using all fields. He hits a lot of singles, and also though has been driving the ball in the gaps and just doing the things that you need to do to be a good hitter, average wise. And then overall team wise, hitting about 330. The guys I think have swung it very well, and we certainly need to continue to do that.
Next question. What or who has been your biggest surprise so far this season?
Well, I'm not sure that it's a great surprise, but I think the one of the keys for us is that just the overall performance of our senior class. Been giving those guys a lot of opportunities. Russell Seidel in particular, who is hitting the ball very well for us. And playing a good, solid first base. Mark Figge has been performing well at the plate and playing left field for us. Matt Lamore is just now starting to come along and hitting the ball very well. And those seniors who maybe haven't been kind of in the mix every day up until this year have really stepped up and I think given us a solid performance so far.
Next question. Talk about what your team needs to do to return to the tournament and hopefully win the Patriot League. And, of course, you're obviously retiring after the year ends. How neat would it be to win another Patriot League title your last year in coaching?
Yeah, surely. I think, obviously, for us to be in contention for the Patriot League title, we need to play consistent baseball over the 5 weekends that we have the opportunity to do that. Our pitchers need to come out and give us an opportunity to be in games. In this early season, we've had the unfortunate experience of having a big inning that has cost us many of the ball games that we've lost, and we need to eliminate that. Guys need to kind of be consistent with their performance, and if we can, if we can get that, and I think that we're capable offensively of being successful in the Patriot League, and hopefully, be able to put it all together during those 20 games that you need to do it. As far as me personally, I'm like every other senior on this team. There's no next year if it doesn't go well this year. You can't do that wait till next year thing. It would be awesome to continue to play as long as possible, and I'm just I'm enjoying the week-to-week experience with it, and just want to get as much out of each game as we can.
And then the Patriot League as a whole, always strong. Any other comments about the league?
Yeah, it's not surprising at all. I think all the teams in the preseason have had some very good outings. Army is a young team, just starting to play very well now. Navy is being successful. Holy Cross has done some real good things, won some big games, and playing very well. And and Lafayette and Lehigh are just kind of getting into the swing of things with it. So it's going to be another typical interesting Patriot League season, I think.